Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2015 Clbo playoffs. My name is Gene Daniel, here to bring you all the exciting action from the 2015 Clbo playoffs. Tim Fontaine suffered a devastating loss in 2011 to the North Shore Warriors at the Malden YMCA. Now he's back with his team, Team Soldiers, to bring the exciting action for today's game. The GFCC Soldiers are on an 8-game win streak, and they are here back to bring the championship home to their team. In the first round of the Clbo playoffs, on the other side of the ball, we have Jeff Amazon, who is proven to be worthy to bring the title back to his church. Will Babson be successful in their quest to earn the right to go to the next round?
So I feel good. I work the work 'cause it works for me. Yeah, that's it. Don't need control to get lit. No, you can't kill my vibe. I'm too focused on him. That's it. Yo, we about to go in. Don't need kush for that push.
For the GFCC Soldiers, we have Devin at forward, Tim Fontaine at guard, Kadeem at center, Emmanuel at forward, and Rick at the other guard. Jeff Amazon at forward, Donald at guard, Kenny at center, Robert at the other forward, and the longtime legend, Mike Bernard at the other guard. And we have Donald with the rebound. He brings the ball up. Kenny with the two-pointer for Team Babson. Kenny was a great pickup for Team Babson, as we have Devin Sherrod score the three-pointer for the GFCC Soldiers. Kenny was a great pickup for Coach Adler because he was looking for a center for a long time. And Kenny became a instant force, as we have Kadeem for three. Big man shooting threes. Jeff turning the ball over for Team Babson. Tim Fontaine bringing the ball up, controlling the ball, being guarded by Mike Bernard. Kadeem in the post. Foul on Kenny. That's his first personal. Kadeem at the line for two. Kadeem has been a real problem in the paint for a lot of the teams because nobody in the league can match up with his size and strength. Mike Bernard in the lane for two. He missed a shot. Devin Sherrod for two. Devin Sherrod on Facebook has been known as the bad boy of the league. He continues to show all teams that he means business. Great pickup for the GFCC Soldiers. He's a great wingman. Donald misses the 2. Devin bringing the ball up. For 3. Devin Sherrod for another 3-pointer. Jeff tries to answer and misses the 3. It's been a pleasure to watch the GSCC Soldiers. They have been surprising a lot of teams right now on a win streak that has eclipsed every team. There goes Tim Fontaine for 3. Tim Fontaine has been a real force and is easily killing the league with his continuous effort and pursuit for a championship. Donald brings up the ball, swings to Jeff, swings to Mike. Mike for 3. Splash. Mike Bernard also is one to look out for in today's game. He has been outstanding in the past 11 seasons, leading the league along with a player named Stanley Chamberlain. Both these guys have been pretty much unstoppable in the league, and they have made names for themselves as becoming 2 legends inside the CLBO. Tim Fontaine brings the ball up. Swings to Devin Sherrod for the alley. Devin Sherrod misses. Jeff swings to Kenny, swings to Mike. Mike for 3, misses. Rebound. GSCC Soldiers. Emmanuel. Great ball movement from Team Babson. Donald misses a wild 3. A little bit of controversy before this game because the GFCC Soldiers brought a suspended player, Emmanuel, to the game, but they only showed up with 5, and you cannot start a game with 5 guys. So changes have to be made. Emmanuel swings to Tim Fontaine. Tim Fontaine in the lane, stripped by Mike Bernard. Babson ball. Turnover, Team Babson, and that has been a problem for Team Babson. Turnovers. Pretty sure Coach Adler, Bernardin, is not too pleased with his team on that perspective. Kadeem in the lane. Donald on the fast break. Fouled by Tim Fontaine, first personal. Foul on the floor, excuse me. Mike swings to Jeff, swings back to Kenny, back to Mike. Mike for 3. Mike for 3. Great ball movement by Team Babson. Tim Fontaine surveys the floor. A little bit of a stumble there by Devin. Devin gets the fall. He gets the foul, excuse me. And Jeff argues the call. Devin Sherrod at the line for two. He hits the first. We are now 21-14 Soldiers. Devin Sherrod sinks them both 22-14 GFCC Soldiers. This game is expected to go down to the wire. As you can see, Jeff Amizan makes a and one, going to the line for one shot. And he completes the three-point play. 22-17 GFCC. Tim Fontaine for two. Emmanuel tried to grab the rebound. Ball slips out of his hands. Donald to Mike, to Jeff. Back. Mike in the lane. Swings to Jeff. Jeff spots up for three. Misses. Rebound Tim Fontaine. Tim Fontaine fighting for the ball with Donald. Fouled by Donald. Tim Fontaine has been a real problem. A real scrappy ball player. Goes for every loose ball. Pretty feisty. As we have, might be an injury. Rick inbounding the ball to Tim Fontaine. Tim Fontaine brings the ball up, surveys the floor into Kadeem. Back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel with the up and under. Nice move. 24-17 Team GFCC. Swings to Kenny. Kenny for three. Rebound Devin Sherrod. Tim Fontaine swings to Devin. Devin with the stutter step. And the and one. He's excited. Nice move by Devin Sherrod. Back to Devin. He's been a real ball player. I mean, his scoring has just helped GFCC considerably. Devin sinks to and one. And he's been online and he's been calling out a few guys subtly. But he's also backed it up on the floor, which is pretty amazing in its own right. And there we have Mike Bernard, who looks to keep the pressure on. Tim Fontaine into Devin. Devin with the up and under. Looking for a call. No call. Mike brings up the ball. Little bump there by Tim. Swings to Jeff. Jeff to Robert. Robert. (27-19) GFCC. No foul on the play. Rick brings up the ball. Being guarded by Donald. Swings to Emmanuel. Into Kadeem. Kadeem to Rick. Rick fouled by number 3, Donald. Back to GFCC. GFCC on their win streak has been quite amazing. Losing their 2 games blocked by Jeff. Their win streak has been pretty amazing. They lost 2 games early in the season, one to the Wolverines and the other one to Cambridge. and they just have been winning ever since. Tim Fontaine being guarded heavily by Donald. For two, misses. Rebound, Kenny. Swings the ball to Mike. Mike with the turnover. Devin Sherrod brings up the ball, being hounded. Tim Fontaine looking for the no call. No call. Looked like he was bumped on the plate. Looks pretty upset there. Jeff Ahmed-Zahn brings up the ball. Swings to Donald. Back to Jeff. Jeff looking for an opening, can't find one because Kadeem is in the middle, and Kadeem picks off the ball. Tim Fontaine dribbling the ball into the post to Kadeem. Kadeem with the foul on Kenny. And Kenny throws up his hands in disgust, arguing with the ref. And he's continuing to talk to the ref. Surprised he's not getting teed up here. The ref steps back and explains the call, and here Kenny's in disgust. Pretty upset at the call. Well, you can't blame him because Kadeem is about 6'6". It's tough to try to guard a guy his size in the paint. Devin Sherrod, 29-19. Nice play in the paint. Jeff for three, misses. Kadeem with the rebound. Emmanuel swings to Tim. Tim getting bumped. Emmanuel to the basket. Emmanuel has been the player that we were talking about earlier that got suspended. And he got to play this game because GFCC only came with 5 guys. Rebound, Kenny. Kenny looking for the call, no call. Tough defense by Kadeem. Rick brings up the ball, swings to Devin. Devin for 3, missing. Rebound, Emmanuel underneath the basket. Unbelievable. This kid has just been a force so far for GFCC. Nicknamed Bama. Devin Sherrod splits both guys. To Tim. Offensive foul. Timeout. GFCC. That's their first timeout. 33-19. GFCC. GFCC, once again, they know when to call the timeouts. When their team seems to slip a little, they call a quick timeout. Which is pretty amazing in its own right. Through the lane. Swings to Kenny. Kenny with the foul. Rick being called for the foul from GFCC. Mike Bernard with the long three-pointer. Rebound, Tim Fontaine. Tim Fontaine pushes up the ball. Stutter step to the lane. Looking for the call. No call there. Devin Sherrod inbounding the ball. To Kadeem, 2 to Tim Fontaine. Kadeem fighting for position in the paint. They can't seem to find him. Swinging the ball on the perimeter. Bring the ball back again. Emmanuel to the basket. Emmanuel has just been a force in today's game. And also other games in particular. This is why it would have been a heavy blow if they would have lost him for this game. As you see, Donald for 2, 35-21. GFCC. It would have been a heavy blow if they would have lost Emmanuel GFCC due to the suspension. But again, he was very fortunate to play this game because they had 5 guys. Tim Fontaine for 3. Rebound Jeff. Jeff brings up the ball, swings to Mike. Mike cannot control the ball. Back to GFCC. Once again, those turnovers seem to be killing Babson. If Babson could learn to manage those turnovers, it should be a close game. Devin Sherrod surveys the field. Swings to Tim Fontaine. Swings to Emmanuel. Back to Rick. Rick for 3. Misses the 3 wide left. Kenny inbounds the ball to Jeff. Jeff brings up the ball. Swings to Donald. Donald for 3. Donald hits the 3. Ooh, that was huge. 35-24 GFCC. We do have a game after this between Grace, Team Grace, and Team TEDL. It's going to be an interesting game. Emmanuel with the interception. Runs the full length of the court in the lane. Once again, this kid has just been on a mission to win the championship. Donald slows the ball down, swings to Jeff. It seems like every time Team Babson tries to make a run to close the gap, they just can't seem to close it. Tim Fontaine trying to fight through Kenny's screen. Jeff has 7 seconds in the lane. Swings to Robert for 2. Nice play by Jeff Amazon. Just a solid player. Tim Fontaine for 3. Misses it. And we have the halftime with GFCC 38, Team Babson 26 on the CLBO broadcast. This next game we have TEDL, highly favored TEDL versus Team Grace. It's going to be an interesting game. Betsy Preville vowed to win this game. And Captain Nate has vowed to win this game also. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a pretty big battle. You don't want to miss that game. Check out the website, www.clboministries.com. That's clboministries.com. We also have 2 of the top teams. First in the North Division is the North Shore Warriors. And in the South Division, we have Cambridge Faith. Cambridge Faith is a feared team. Nobody seems to want to play them, but they're going to have to go through them to go to the championship, it seems. And here we are for the second half of the game between Team Babson and Team GFCC. Mike Bernard for 3, long rebound Roberto. Donald controls it to Jeff. Jeff swings back to Donald. Donald in the lane, quickly swings it back out to Jeff. Kadeem comes up with the loose ball. Donald, no call. Rick brings up the ball. Rick slows it down to Devin. Devin with the step back, misses it. Mike with the rebound. Mike slows it down as we are looking for a call here. Seems to be no call on the play. Mike inbounds the ball to Jeff. Jeff swings it. Donald to Jeff. To Kenny. Back to Mike. Mike underneath the basket, misses it. Looks like he was hit on the play. He seems to not argue the call. Tim Fontaine tries to get it into Kadeem. Kadeem implores to bring the ball up a little bit higher. Kadeem to Devin. Devin swings to Rick. Rick for three. Misses it. Rebound Roberto. Jeff brings up the ball. Jeff for three. Ooh, air ball. That's a rare air ball that you see from Jeff. Pretty good from the perimeter. Tim Fontaine brings up the ball. Swings it over to Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking for Kadeem. Spins in the lane. Emmanuel just looking for the player of the game. This kid is just on fire. Can't seem to figure him out. Kenny misses it. Kadeem with the rebound. Once again, Kadeem has just been a force in the middle. Had many coaches complain on how to defend him. Talking with a few coaches, one being Andre Camille, who feels as if that he can have guys to neutralize him. But so far, Kadeem has just been proving people wrong that he is a force. Spins in the lane, the nimble feet. Kadeem again with the rebound. And there is Donald out of bounds on Team Babson. Rick looking to inbound the ball. Swings to Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking for Kadeem. Kadeem is imploring. Pass me the ball inside. Give it to the big fella. The big fella finally gets the ball. Being guarded by Kenny. Tim Fontaine. Air ball. Jeff Amazan to the basket. Falls to the floor. Call. Jeff is just a runaway freight train. When he starts picking up speed, it's pretty hard to defend. Jeff slows it up. Swish. 40-27. GFCC. Rebound Kadeem. Emmanuel to Rick. Rick shoots. And seems to be fouled by Donald. Donald can't believe the call. Rick inbounds the ball to Kadeem. Kadeem catches the ball. Being guarded well by Kenny. Post up. Kadeem slips. Outlet to Jeff. Jeff saves it. Back into Mike. And Mike Bernard missing it. Mike Bernard has been pretty cold. One of those players that On any given Sunday, he'll give you 50 points. Mike blocks it from behind. Nice comeback. 3 missed by Devin Sherrod, brings up the ball. Donald fouled hard by Tim Fontaine. Boy, GFCC, they make you earn every basket. They don't give you any plays free. As we have a score now of 40-27, GFCC. Swings the ball into Jeff. Kenny with the up fake to Roberto. Roberto to Donald. Donald fires up a 3. Misses. Rebound. Tim Fontaine racing to the basket for 2. Tim Fontaine is just a speedy guy. When he gets the ball going, you better try to slow him down because he's going to go get 2 points. Jeff for 3. Jeff answers right back. 42-30. Team GFCC. GFCC by 12. Swings the ball to Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking for an opening. Swings to Devin. Devin with the up fake to the basket. Emmanuel gets the rebound. And this is the type of player that Emmanuel has been the whole season. Just going to every loose ball. And players just can't seem to match up his energy. He decides to play next season. I'm pretty sure a lot of teams are going to try to recruit him. Emmanuel misses the first one. Makes the second. 43-30. GFCC. Back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel plays Division I football. So his athleticism is something that we see that it's taught. Jeff misses the free throw. Makes the second. 43-31. GFCC. Babson seems not to go away. Coach Adler making signals. In the post to Kadeem. Kadeem is pushed again by Kenny, and Kenny just puts his head down in disgust, upset obviously of the call. As we have a packed house now at the game as fans are lining in. Tim Fontaine to the basket, fouled by Mike Bernard going to the line. Mike arguing the call. Our officials for today's game are Walter Cunningham and Dave Rivera. Tim Fontaine misses the first free throw. And he makes the second. Inbound the ball to Donald. As Donald brings up the ball. Back to Jeff. Jeff with the up fake. Taking it strong to the basket. Blocked by Emmanuel. That's just the kind of player that Emmanuel has been. All over the ball. Swings to Donald. Donald with the up fake. Tries to take it in on Kadeem, and he is fouled. And Kadeem just cannot believe it as he walks away from the play, arguing. Can't complain if you're Kadeem's size and players ram into you. It's going the other way. Donald misses the first. Donald makes the second. As Team Babson trying to close the gap, Mike Bernard playing tough defense on Tim. In the ball to Kadeem. Kadeem spins. Kadeem with the and one. Strong take by the big man. Oh no, excuse me, they are not counting the basket. They waved off the basket. Devin Sherrod tries to miss the three as Tim Fontaine goes for the rebound. Fighting for the rebound, he fouls Mike Bernard in the act. Mike Bernard inbounds the ball, brings the ball up. Back to Jeff. Jeff with the in the lane, and he is fouled by Kadeem. Kadeem cannot believe it. Kadeem is walking all the way to the other side of the gym in disgust as he cannot believe the call. He believes he had all ball, but the ref called the foul. As Kadeem is standing all the way on the other side of the gym in disgust. Jeff sinks to second. 44-33 GFCC. GFCC by 10. In the ball to Kadeem. As once again, Team Babson cannot believe the call. As they all throw their hands up in disgust. Kadeem looking for position, chooses to inbound the ball. Kadeem to Devin. Devin with the cross. Back out to Emmanuel. Back to Devin. Emmanuel for two, misses it. Mike with the rebound. Mike out to Donald for three, and Donald cannot believe the call. And he's telling the ref, and he just threw the ball down. Could have got a delay of game there, but he didn't. Inbound the ball to Rick. Rick back out to Devin. Devin for three. Whoa. Wild shot as he missed everything on that shot. Donald brings the ball up, swings to Jeff. Kenny trying to handle it. Rick slips down. Jeff in the lane. And one strong take as Kadeem cannot believe it. Kadeem has his hands in the air, and he is hot. Kadeem is hot right now. He is upset, walking all the way to the other side of the gym again, complaining, imploring that he did not touch him. Jeff makes the end one. 44-36 GFCC. GFCC has led pretty much the whole game. Team Babson trying to close the gap, but they cannot. Bad pass by Tim Fontaine in the lane. Jeff Amazon brings the ball up. Stutter steps in the lane. Swings to Mike. Mike with the floater, missed. Jeff fights for the rebound, and he is blocked by Kadeem. No call, no argued call there. Good play by Kadeem. Tim Fontaine inbounds the ball to Emmanuel. Emmanuel slowly walks the ball up. I'm assuming he is milking time off the clock. In the ball to Kadeem. Kadeem swings to Rick. Rick for two. Rick makes the two. Solid little pickup there mid-season for GFCC. As a timeout is called by Team Babson. Jeff Amazon to Donald for three. Donald misses. Rebound again by Emmanuel. Emmanuel must have at least over 10 rebounds for this game. He's been all over the court. Emmanuel, rebound by Mike. Excuse me. Could have been a back court there. Mike swings to Jeff. Jeff for a deep three. Missed in front of the rim. Tip fighting for the ball. Roberto to Jeff. Jeff with the up and under, and he is fouled by Emmanuel. Emmanuel is in disgust of the call. Jeff misses the first. He misses the second. Devin Sherrod to the lane and slips. And Team Babson cannot believe it again. As you can see Mike trying to argue the call. He gets no answer by the refs. Refs walk away looking for as you see Devin setting up shooting too. Devin slowly takes his time. 47-36, GFCC. 48-36. As Devin makes the first and two. As Devin misses the second. Jeff races the ball up, swings to Mike. Mike in the lane. Back out to Kenny. Back out to Donald. Donald fires up a three. Misses. Going for the ball is Emmanuel. Emmanuel pleading his case, and he has the call. Kadeem takes the ball out. Kadeem passes into Tim Fontaine. Tim breaks the press, speeding up the court as he falls into Donald. Offensive foul. He had a trailer on the wing. Not sure why he didn't pass the ball off there. Donald in the lane. Jeff, in the lane, excuse me, once again attacks the basket. 47-38. GFCC. Emmanuel inbounds the ball. Jeff, inbounds the ball to Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking for an opening. Babson has a press going there. Babson brings out the press. A much needed press at this time. As you can see, Vladimir, star player for Grace, warming up there on the sideline. It's going to be an interesting game for Grace and TEDL. Expected to go down to the wire. Inbound to Tim Fontaine. Tim Fontaine races up the court. Swings to Rick. Rick backs up. Swings to Devin. And the ball is out of bounds to GFCC. GFCC is a smart team. They don't make too many mistakes. Tim Fontaine making moves on Mike. Milking a little clock. Emmanuel steps back. Being guarded by Roberto. Roberto with the foul. He had to kill the clock there. The clock is not their friend at this stage of the game. As you can see, there is a minute 23 on the clock. Must be talking about the score. The score has been fairly good. 1 minute left in the game. And it seems for now that Team GFCC is in complete control. As we can see, Team TEDL, Richard Voltaire, Betsy Preville walking inside the gym. Emmanuel sinks the first. Misses the second. Mike for three, misses three. Rebound Kadeem. Kadeem looks for Tim. Tim trying to break the press as he is fouled by Donald. Slowly walking up the court, Tim Fontaine smells victory right now as it is 48 to 38, I believe. (49-38) GFCC. Rebound Kenny. Kenny swings to Jeff. Jeff pushes the ball up, looking for an opening in the basket with the right hand. Nice, sweet move by Jeff. Devin Sherrod quickly fouled. 1 point deducted each team. There must have been some sort of call prior to that to deduct a point for each team. Might have been a mistake on the clock. And that is a basket made by Devin Sherrand. 49-40. GFCC. Second basket is good. 50-40. GFCC by 10. Jeff looking for a lane in the basket as he is fouled once again by Kadeem. Kadeem seems not to argue the call. Probably been used to it the whole game because he's been complaining. He's been pretty hot. Pretty upset, rather. Jeff makes the first. GFCC by 9. Long rebound by Donald for 3. Donald misses. Rebound Emmanuel. Devin Sherrod tries to split, fouled by Mike Bernard, and we should have about under 24 seconds left on the clock. 50-41, GFCC. Devin slowly takes his time at the line, trying to ice the game. Makes the first. Makes the second. 52-41. Jeff racing up the court, trying to score it quick. Scores. 52-43. Kadeem with the outlet. Donald with the steal, with the pull-up. Missed front iron. Devin Sherrand with the rebound. Splits the defenders. Posts up the shot, and he is fouled as he is going to the line. And it looks like for now that GFCC cannot be beat as they are looking to advance to face Cambridge in the score that Devin Sherrand makes it. Makes the second, and the game is ice. Devin Sherrand throws his hands up in the air, and that is it. As GFCC beats Team Babson and a right to go to the Southern Conference Finals. Final score 54 to 43.